Roger.
Oh, hi, Dee.
Hi.
How's the rock?
The what?
Third finger, left hand.
Oh! Oh, the ring. It's beautiful, thank you. Look, I'm sorry to have to bother you here, but something is very wrong with Tom. I think he's cracking up.
Look, Dee, if it's not terribly serious, maybe it can wait till tonight. I'm due to observe an OR.
No. I think it is. He's breaking furniture and he's throwing things. And I went upstairs to see him, and he looked like he wanted to kill me.
He didn't threaten you?
No. He just stared at me, told me to get the hell out of there, and he was very, very quiet, like he was when I was up in the apartment before. He had that crazy look in his eyes.
Yeah, I remember. Look, tell me what happened exactly. And, don't exaggerate.
Yeah, okay, well, I was up in our apartment. Your apartment.
Ours.
Ours. All right, and I was making some tea. And then I heard this crash, so I go over to the dumbwaiter and I'm listening. And then I hear Tom's voice, and I hear this thumping sound, so I figure there's a fight going on up there. So I run upstairs and I see Tom, and he's standing there alone in the parlor, and his hand is bleeding. Now, chairs turned over, things have been thrown across the room. Now, I know he did it by himself. Now, I'm very scared of going back to that apartment alone.
No, look, it's all right. It's all about faith, I'm sure.
Yeah, but why would he be upset? She's getting a lot better.
You know how it is when you've just come to a personal crisis and suddenly the pressure's taken off?
Yeah, well, you go to sleep, or you have a drink, or you have a couple of drinks or something like that, but he was cold sober. Do you understand that? He wasn't relieved at all. He was furious.
Okay, look, we'll talk about it later. But for the time being, you're safe. Just stay away from it.
Okay, well, I wouldn't let him near me if he begged me, and if he comes into the apartment, I'm not going to let him through the door.
Okay, fine. Look, honey, I've got to go. And just forget about Tom.
No, I don't know if I can.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. See you later. Hi.
Hello?
Jill? Jill, how's the baby doing?
He's fine. He's good as new.
Oh, good. Because Roger and I were very worried about him.
Yeah, well, so was I.
Yeah, and, Faith's doing a lot better. In fact, the whole family's doing okay.
Yep.
Yeah, well, it's about time something, good happened. See, there should be something more like that, you know, some exciting and happy things.
That's a, very large ring you have there.
Oh, the ring. I forgot all about it. I just got it today. You want to know a secret?
This makes two places you've snuck me into, where doctors belong and patients don't. The staff lounge and now X-ray.
But I didn't exactly sneak you in.
And I'm not exactly a patient. In fact, I'm not a patient at all. But you know what I mean.
Yeah, believe me, I do.
Listen, how about we forget about the X-rays and we try the staff lounge again? I really like that much better.
Oh, Nance, I know the waiting's hard.
I lose my balance, and you're all set to readmit me. That's out, by the way. Whatever's wrong with me, which is probably nothing, I'll take care of it at home.
Why don't we just wait and see what the reports indicate, okay?
Yoo-hoo! We're waiting out here. I certainly was cooperative, letting him fuss with my leg and do all those tests. Well, the least they could do is hurry up with my pictures.
You know, speaking of hurrying, how is it going upstairs? Do you have trouble lifting that foot?
No. I mean, not unless I'm exhausted. When I'm tired, I'm a complete klutz. Otherwise, I'm a gazelle. How about some coffee?
Oh, come on. He'll be out in a few minutes. Come on, sit down and wait with me.
I don't want to sit down.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You don't have to be cheerful for me.
I'm It's just that I hadn't planned to spend the day in the hospital.
I know you'd rather be in the dance studio, but... You want to talk about that a little?
There's nothing to talk about. You're mad at me for working out too much too soon. And I guess I'll have to slow down if the reports are bad. If you ever see them, what's taking him so long in there?
Oh, come on now, I'm not mad at you. Really. I'm just concerned about your attitude. Now, I know you don't want to hear this, but you got to start thinking in terms of a future without...
Here we are. Feldman.
Okay,
There you go. Oh, is Dr. Coleridge still doing well?
Yeah, she's fine.
Great, great.
Now, are you going to want to wait outside?
No.
Okay. Now, see, this here was reported as a stress fracture of the tibia.
A hairline.
Yeah, but definite. And the nerve conduction study showed some problems, too.
In the perineal distribution, there was a sluggish contraction with the galvanic current moderate. Reaction to the degeneration present in the nerve, as well as weak dorsiflexion on muscle testing.
And you see the last paragraph? They also noted some involvement with the tibial nerve.
All right, thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. Oh, do me a favor. Give Dr. Coleridge my best, will you? Okay, bye-bye.
Well, I sound like something of a basket case.
I tell you what, Nance. Why don't we just go for coffee and I'll explain everything?
I know what the tibia is. It's the shin bone. And apparently my left one is broken. Do I need a cast?
No, it'll heal all right by itself if you treat it right.
Bed rest?
A little moving around's okay. You're gonna need crutches for any extended walking. There's gonna be no running, and especially no dancing.
Did I break it by dancing?
Look, dancing. The muscles in front are weaker than the ones in back. You put them under constant stress, and that strained the bone enough to crack it.
I wish you had explained that to me before I pushed it too hard.
Nancy, you know I warned you 20 times
Forget
at least.
it. What's the nerve thing?
The nerve thing is that nerve's impaired that supplies those weakened muscles, and that's why you're having trouble flexing that foot. All you need to do is slow, regular exercises, just even sitting, moving the foot up and down.
How long until the nerve is better?
Well, you just can't say. It could be a month, it could be 6 months.
Pat, I'm asking you when I can dance again. Would you please tell me?
Nance, you won't be able to dance professionally again. You can get another opinion if you like.
You're telling me that I did this to myself? That I made it through the skull fracture and the accident, and then I just threw the rest of my life away?
Oh, Nance, that's the point. Your whole life doesn't have to be dancing.
It does, and it is. And if you had understood that, you would have made me see how dangerous it was.
Hey, the more I try. Why you refuse to listen?
I don't much like secrets.
Oh, look, this isn't a bad secret. I've had a lot of those, and you've had a lot of those, too. You know something? We have a lot in common. Do you know what I mean?
We are miles apart in every possible way. Now, did you want to tell me something about the ring?
Oh, yeah. It's a real diamond. I got it at B. Morris, the jewelers. It's a little over 4.5 carats. Fit me like a glove.
Well, I would assume that it was an engagement ring if it weren't so overpowering.
You think it's overpowering? Oh, I don't think it is. I mean, I really love it. See, there's a little tiny flaw in it. You can't really see it, but if you have a magnifying glass, it's right over here. It's imperfect, but, well, we love it. I mean, you know, all of us are imperfect, too, you know. But you were right, you know, when you guessed that it might be an engagement ring.
Roger?
We're gonna be married. And it's the crazy thing is, it's like you and Faith and me, we're gonna be sisters. I don't mind if you don't mind.
If there's a grain of truth in that, I wanted to discuss it with my brother. Do you know where he is?
He's in surgery. I thought you'd take this a little bit better.
Excuse me.
No, I'm sure you would like to find out that I'm lying to you. So you'll go to see him and you'll say awful things about me. He's not going to change his mind about me. He knows all about me, he cares about me, and he loves me.
And periodically, my brother gets into trouble. He has all his life. Now, I've had to figure out a way to deal with that. And what I do, basically, is that I mind my own business. Except when it comes to my family. That I do not ignore.
You think that I would still hurt you?
Yeah, it's crossed my mind. Oh, I can't imagine why.
I can. Because I've done some bad things to you before. Because I pushed you. Do you realize you would try and take Frank away from me? And my baby boy away from me? Now, I would think that you would understand because of what's happened to you. Now, when you went in to Frank's hotel room and you saw him and Ray together, did you get angry? I mean, didn't you feel like you could push her?
Delia, don't draw comparisons between you and me.
Oh, no, sure you did. I'm sure you felt like you could have killed her.
You know, you were really hell-bent on getting into this, aren't you? Okay, see if you can understand this one. All of us at times, on occasion, have violent impulses. But the difference between you and everybody else is you follow through with them. Now, sure, maybe if you had been in my place, you would have attacked Ray. But what I did is I went home, and I started pulling my life together. Now, I don't have Frank, but I do have my sister, and my brother, and I have my son. And we've gotten a lot closer since my father died. Now, I'm going to protect that, and I'm going to watch that grow. Now, I never interfered when you moved in with my brother. But I will tell you, if you plan to marry him, I will yell loud and clear.
Do I have a disease or do I have the plague or something like that? I mean, what harm could I do to you by loving your brother?
The same harm that you did to the Ryans, maybe worse.
You know, they hurt me. They hurt me very much. Now, I'm a lot different than I was then.
And they won't tolerate you anymore. And let me tell you something else. Neither will the Coleridges. You are not suddenly switching families.
I do not need the Coleridges. I am a free and independent person. Look, I made an investment in something. I might have a lot of money, so I don't need your money. I don't need your approval or Faith's approval.
Yeah, what about that? Suddenly you're saying about Faith, let bygones be bygones? Oh, Dee, how generous.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah. Look, I know that was a very sick thing I did. I should have just left Patty and her alone, but I didn't, and I can't change that. Now, Dr. Pagano says he can't change that, but I can change me, so that's what I've been trying to do. Now, I think I've grown up. You don't think that people can change, do you?
No, not you, and not enough.
Well, fortunately, your brother thinks I can change. See, he says we operate on the same basic principles, and we're alike. So he's proud of me, and I love him, and he's proud of me, too. Try talking him out of it, and good luck.
Thanks.
I'll get it, Audrey. I'm coming, for heaven's sakes.
Hello!
Hello yourself. You're late.
I know, I'm sorry. Lunch with Mama.
Ah, yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Don't you look wonderful?
I am fabulous. Well, a month by the sea does wonders for a broken heart.
May I never need the cure, but if I do, I'll remember that. Your color is absolutely incredible. I have not seen you looking this rested and this healthy since...
Since the cruise after my last divorce.
You're right.
Well, Ray, I've never seen you looking so happy ever.
Right again.
Well, the primary was a stunning victory.
Polly Frank is really on his way to the Senate. This win means that he's going to...
I know, and I can hardly wait till November. So much for politics. Now, tell me all about Frank.
Oh, Frank.
Good as all that, huh?
We just have the best time together.
Oh, Ray, I'm so thrilled. Well, I mean, the last time we talked, you were spiriting him away on a campaign trip. I guess hoping he'd learn to appreciate you instead of Miss Coleridge. So, everything went according to plan?
Oh, no, not entirely.
Well, he was starting to learn to appreciate me. However, Jillian was still on his mind a lot. Then she suddenly materialized. Yeah. One night, she just suddenly showed up in his hotel suite.
Where were you?
I also was in his hotel suite. In his bedroom, to be precise, in his bed.
Oh.
After that, shortly thereafter, they broke up for good.
Oh. Oh, Ray, how
Terrible.
perfectly hideous. Was it just awful when she walked in on you?
No, actually, it wasn't that bad. I made a rather generous little speech after I had put on my robe. No, objectively speaking, I'd say that the most difficult thing of the whole incident was arranging it. Aren't I awful?
Now, how on earth did you manage that?
Well, actually, I'm giving myself too much credit. No. Jillian arrived on her own steam. I simply managed to lose the message saying that she was coming and leave the door unlatched. And then after that, it was just a question of doing what came naturally. Well-timed, of course.
Uh-huh, of course.
Oh, Polly. It is dirty pool, and I don't give a damn because I'm better for him than she is.
Ray, I don't doubt that for a minute. This is different, isn't it?
Huh?
Well, you've never felt this way about any man.
No, you're right, I haven't. Not even Bill.
Then you should love Frank and be happy with him. And all I can say is, bravo! You know, Ray, you let yourself grow up too fast. Well, don't you think it's about time you had some of the joys of youth?
At my age.
Lucky Frank.
Oh, lucky both of us. No, Pa. It's good. Love and politics. We share it all.
May that continue forever.
For a lifetime.
Has he proposed?
Oh, no. No, at this point in his life, all Frank Ryan really wants is to be elected to the United States Senate. And I'm gonna make that happen. Later on, he'll want to marry me. I'll make that happen, too. There you are.
In person? What can I do for you?
You can reassure me.
Oh, about Faith? She's coming along. Unless you know something I don't.
No, not about Faith, about Delia.
Well, as a matter of fact, she's improving, too.
Yeah, well, I just saw her in neurology a little while ago.
What's she go on about Tom?
Is that what you think?
Well, maybe not, considering that if it was about Tom's problem, that wouldn't make you mad at me, and you certainly seem mad at me, so it must be something else.
Just tell me that it isn't true.
What exactly did Delia say?
She went on about the ring, okay? And then she said she was going to be your wife and my sister.
That's regrettable.
Oh, thank God.
Because I wanted to tell you myself. Very gently, with a little champagne to lighten the mood.
You can't do this, Roger. I mean, anybody else in the world, but not Delia. You can't.
Oh, really?
Now, look, I know that I might be out of bounds, but with Delia's concerned, that's okay. Look, you've got to separate yourself from her, get some distance. You have to realize that she is dangerous and destructive, and not only to you, but to me and to Faith and the baby. I mean, you think about that.
All right. You think about this. She has changed, and I am no fool. Look, I've been watching her for months, and I've been keeping a distance so I could be objective about her progress. And it's been enormous. Look, the dangerous days are over. The only person she could possibly threaten now would be a trader in the commodities market.
Listen, you can't be objective about her. I mean, you have been fascinated by her for years.
Yes, I am, and I'm also in love with her. Look, even when Delia is choosing a perfectly vulgar diamond, she is more alive than any woman I know. Look, I intend to marry her. And I want you to trust my judgment and give Delia a chance.
She tried to kill Frank. She got Patty hooked on pills, and she tried to kill herself.
Well, there's two stories to each side to those stories. Look, I'm not going to defend her, but I can promise that all that's in the past.
Roger, she doesn't give a damn about her child. She is violent, she cheats, she lies. Now, Faith and I have been at the receiving end too many times. Now, if you give one damn about this family, get out of this situation, please.
Jill, have you ever tried to laugh with her? Have you ever given her any response other than anger or fear?
No, not really. And for very good reason.
And you won't let her know you. And you don't want to know her. And that's sad. Like, Al Pagano and I are probably the only two people in this world that appreciate Delia for the delightful woman that she is.
You know something? I think you really need a consultation with Al Pagano.
Look, when it comes to my own self-interests, I have my head on straight. I know what makes me happy. And I'm not interested in love if it goes along with suffering and sacrifice. I want pleasure. I want fun. And I get that with Delia and vice versa. Look, I know that I'm not like you and Faith. But honey, I'm not crazy. I don't expect congratulations. But maybe just a little smile.
Would Dad smile?
Probably not.
Roger, let her keep the ring, but forget the rest of this.